The Igonhee collection, made up of artworks donated by the late Samsung chairman Lee Kun-hee, has recently opened in Chicago after drawing significant attention in Washington, D.C. The collection showcases 2,000 years of Korean art, from Buddhist sculptures of the Three Kingdoms period to modern and contemporary paintings. To hear more about the exhibition and the response so far, we connect to Chee Yeonsoo, Associate Curator of Korean Art at the Art Institute of Chicago, who is overseeing this exhibition. Hello, Yeonsoo.
Hello, Yeonsoo.
Hi. Hello.
Great to have you on the show, Yeonsoo. So first and foremost, you must have been quite busy preparing for and running this large exhibition. So let's start with an introduction to it, and how is it going so far?
Well, thank you for first inviting me to share our special exhibition, Korean National Treasures, 2,000 Years of Art. As you mentioned, the exhibition presents really highlights from the historic gifts made in honor of the late Samsung chairman Lee Kun-hee to the Korean government in 2021. In the exhibition, there are 140 objects on view, guiding our visitors through the core important ideas and distinctive beauties of Korean arts. Among those 140 works, 22 are designated as either national treasures or treasures by the Korean government, which inspired our exhibition title. So it has been really tremendously well received by visitors and then also my colleagues working with me. And each time when I visit the galleries, they're filled with the visitors who are deeply engaged with the works on display. So, and I also received several requests for interviews as well as the private and public tours. So it has been incredibly rewarding.
Now, the first stop of the collection's international tour was in Washington, D.C., which attracted a large number of visitors. And following the strong response there, what significance does this Chicago exhibition hold? Is there anything different about it?
Yes, indeed. I've heard that the exhibition in D.C., Washington, D.C. broke visitor records. And I've already met several visitors who are telling me that they've seen the D.C. version and then they came to Chicago to experience our own presentation. So it's really a strong indication of how this exhibition has been making a global impact regarding the Korean arts. What is special in Chicago is I think although we share many items in the checklist, especially the painting lists are completely different between the two institutions. So all the paintings except the 4 works are all brand new. They are viewed in our exhibition. And also, this is the largest presentation of Korean art at the Art Institute in over 4 decades. And also, this is the first Asian art exhibition to be held in our modern wing. So it is really a special moment to experience Korean art in Chicago. And if I must add, there is also the Danseka works in our collection, such as Park So-bo, Jung Sang-hwa, Ha Jong-yeon, In Hyung-gun are on view in our modern wing in a separate gallery from the exhibition galleries. So this is really a special moment to visit Chicago to experience the Korean art.
Right, and from your perspective as a curator, are there any few works or artists in the exhibition that visitors should pay particular attention to? And could you tell us how you organize the exhibition, bringing together works from different historical periods into one cohesive story?
Yeah, well, thank you. And I think as a curator, I hope that visitors will pay attention to every object in the show. But if they have a limited time, I have just few recommendations. The one not to miss is Clearing After Rain on Mount Inwang by Jung-sun. Jung-sun is, of course, one of the most revered painters in Korean art history. And this painting is particularly special because it shows the artist's mature style, capturing the place that is so dear to him, Mount Inang is where he was born, and then he lived his whole life through. So this is such a dear place for the artist, and he really captured the rain-soaked mountain with a dark ink and the confident the brush stroke. This is, of course, designated a national treasure, and I believe it is also the first work acquired by the late Samsung chairman Lee Kun-hee and his wife, Madame Hee. And then the second work that I want to mention is Echo. It is a beautiful painting, beautiful abstract painting by Kim Han-gi. It's around the 1930s, a handful of Korean artists began to adopt abstract styles, and Kim Han-gi is considered one of the first abstract painters in Korea. And this beautiful painting was created during Kim Han-gi's final years in New York. So it was really one of his last work and the last masterpieces that he created. Although this painting was painted in oil, if you look at this painting close, we can see that he manipulated the medium to create the effect of ink wash painting. So I recommend viewing this work at least twice up close and then from afar, because when you look at the painting up close, the blue dots are just beautifully lined up. But then when you look at it from a distance, it appears like almost like the stars in the dark night. And one particular thing that I want to emphasize about this painting is this white line that you see. This is actually not the painted line. He actually left unpainted so that it can create this visually very kind of a beautiful white line. This is the kind of a negative space, which is also very much employed techniques in ink painting tradition. So really a special painting to experience in the gallery. And the last work that I want to bring our attention to is the 10 Symbols of Longevity. This is another highlight in our painting section. So this painting, as you can see, is vibrantly finished with, and then it has this very tall 10-fold screen. And the subject matter is one of the probably most enduring and then inherent, the human desire, the living forever or living long. So the 10 Symbols of Longevity, it is originated from Taoist belief system. And it also appears in China or in Japan, but this particular compositional approach, insisting the 10 symbols appearing in one composition, is uniquely Korea. It doesn't appear in China or in Japan. So in fact, although this painting is described as a title is the 10 Symbols of Longevity or the 십장생, 12 traditional symbols appear in this painting. So I hope you can locate all those 12 symbols when you look at it. And then to answer your second question, Walter, the exhibition is organized into 5 thematic sections, and it is not organized in a chronological manner. And then it is designed to kind of guide to give visitors the freedom to kind of navigate the galleries in their own way without being kind of bound to the predetermined sequence. So for instance, the first gallery presents a modern and contemporary paintings, and this intentionally kind of departs from conventional expectation that these works will kind of come after pre-modern or traditional works. So I hope that visitors can enjoy each section as if they are looking at a small exhibition within the large exhibition. Yeah.
Wow, magnificent works there, Yeonsoo. And I felt like I was being curated through the exhibition right now. It must have been very difficult for you to pick out these specific works. But as you did mention before, the Chicago exhibition right now is reportedly the first large-scale special exhibition of Korean art in the city in more than 4 decades. So how have local audiences been responding so far? And are there any particular works that seem to be drawing the most attention?
Well, as I mentioned, it's been really positive. I'm getting really a lot of the positive feedback, and then also the emails and the request to the interview from local media, and then a lot of requests for private and then public tours. So these are really a clear indication that this exhibition is generating a large number of positive responses. Regarding the particular work that has been really popular among audiences is the 10 symbols of longevity that I just mentioned. This, even before opening the exhibition, when I was planning it, really this work everyone so positively responded to this painting among our staffs and also marketing teams. So that's why we selected this work as a key image for our the campaign. And I think it was absolutely the right decision. Because this work is very vibrant, as you saw, and then also monumental. So it naturally drove visitors in from a distance, but at the same time, the details and then all the intricate details and then the motifs are so inviting. So visitors really kind of are drawn to even more to look at them in detail and closely.
And finally, Yeonsoo, at the heart of this exhibition is the I건hee collection, which consists of works donated to the nation or Korea by the late Samsung chairman. So from an art historical perspective, how would you evaluate the significance of this collection? Also, just briefly, what are the future plans for this international tour?
Yes. So it's the impact of this donation is really significant in so many ways. Of course, the two recipient institutions, National Museum of Korea and the National Museum of Modern and Contemporary Korea, already hold very strong collection. But then this gifts include such excellent works. So, for instance, it has 14 national treasures and 46 treasures in the collection. And by incorporating these works into the national collections, these works become accessible to the public, and now it is accessible to even international audiences. So from that point of view, I think the impact is very significant. Also, especially for the modern and contemporary Korea, it is particularly meaningful because among the donated works, 860 works, I think about that is the works that were created by the artists who were active during the first half of the 20th century. These are the times marked by the Japanese colonial rule and then Korean War. So the many works are lost or it is difficult to acquire at modern times. So the fact that the Lee family really committed to preserving and then also donating the works from this period really enhances the National Museum Modern and Contemporary collection, and then it helped them create continuous and then strong narrative of Korean modern art history.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Yeonsoo. That's all the time we have today. We wish you the best success with the exhibition and keep in touch. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
And thank you, Walter, as always. We're going to have you back here soon.
See you very soon.